Hey guys, what's up? Prepare to get hyped because we got some great news coming. But before we get started, I would really appreciate it if you go check out my new series on my channel, Weapon versus Weapon. Watch your favorite weapons go head to head to see who comes out on top. First episode was P90 versus the MP5. Next episode is M40A3 versus the 50 cal. So please keep up with that to see where your favorite weapon stands. Now on to the news. A Italian YouTuber who plays Call of Duty talked about being pulled out to Los Angeles for a secret event. Now luckily someone on Reddit was able to translate, but he's going there apparently on the 19th and staying there for a week, but the trip is paid for. Now this of course is similar to Activision fashion. They've done this several times throughout the years, getting famous YouTubers to come play their game. It's a great advertisement tool, great marketing. But many American YouTubers who play Call of Duty as well, or are famous for playing first-person shooters, have come out with similar information. Syndicate, I'm sure you all know who he is. He did a vlog recently where he talked about being in LA for like 4 days or so. His trip was paid for, and due to a non-disclosure agreement, he cannot talk about it until Thursday. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Another YouTuber, Elite Shot, was tweeted at saying, "You've got an invitation for the COD reveal as well." And he says, "Not sure what you're talking about, winky face." So obviously, he also got an invitation, trying to say yes in a way that doesn't break the non disclosure agreement. And Dr. Disrespect posts his schedule, and on Thursday, he puts NDA'd, which stands for non disclosure agreement. So he is also under a non disclosure agreement. He cannot reveal the information until Thursday. Now, of course, I don't think there's going to be any trailers or reveals on Thursday, but they will be able to talk about what they got to do and hype us up, like they've done in the past when they got to go to these events. They finally get to talk about it, they hype us up, and then when they're finally allowed to show the footage, everybody's watching. But just one more tidbit of information. It doesn't have to do with the reveal, but it has to do with explaining some things that went down with Modern Warfare in its series past. Dunce the Doctor on Reddit posted this. He sent Robert Bowling a private message on Twitter. He says, "I am just dying to know what were the plans with Simon Riley after Modern Warfare 2." And he actually got a reply. And Bowling replied, "I think at the time I was teasing the upcoming MW2 Ghost comic we were doing with DC. Now you might be thinking that was Wildstorm Comics, which is true, but they're owned by DC. He then says, "My hope was to dive much deeper into Ghost's character, either as a flashback or revival of the character in a future game. Unfortunately, all plans for what would have been the next game were scrapped once the studio imploded." If you don't know what he's referring to, Infinity Ward kind of fell apart and members left after Modern Warfare 2. It was a mess. Uh, and the studio imploded and decided instead just to wrap up the Modern Warfare series with Modern Warfare 3. So it wasn't supposed to just end as a trilogy, it was supposed to keep going, and they were possibly going to bring Ghost back some games down the road, which makes me even sadder for the falling out that happened with Infinity Ward. He then says, "I have no control over what happens in the future, but Simon Riley died. We were thinking of making Ghost a role that other people would take up the mantle of. He may not be Simon Riley anymore, but they would be Ghost in his honor." So he's also kind of explaining where the concept of the game Ghost came from. It was pretty much just a backup plan after the Modern Warfare series came to an emergency halt. So I'm sorry if this makes you sad. Definitely give some clarity on that whole situation. But let's hope COD 2019 will revive the series. Fingers crossed. Anyways, thanks for watching. I will see you guys Thursday. Peace.